It is time now for Tuesdays with Tiki as we welcome in Tiki Barber. And Tiki, good news for Daniel Jones regarding his neck, but how much longer can he survive behind this makeshift offensive line?
Well, yeah, it's been a disaster so far this season, and it's led by the injuries with Andrew Thomas out at left tackle, and now you got your guards and centers and everybody else banged up as well. It's a mash unit out there, and it's hard because this offense looked so good a year ago, and despite taking some steps forward, at least perceptually, with the roster build, getting some wide receivers and Darren Waller in at tight end. Daniel just hasn't had time to get the ball anywhere. It seems like every time he steps back, he's in harm's way. And I think it's starting to affect his confidence to stand in the pocket and make some of those throws downfield that they need to. I mean, we saw the Jalen Hyatt pass 3 weeks ago now against Arizona, and we thought that that was a harbinger of things to come, this explosive offense, but it just hasn't materialized because he simply doesn't have the time. And it doesn't help that Saquon has been banged up. And so the complementary football of run and pass just hasn't been there.
Yeah, he definitely seems jittery every time he goes back to passes. Like, where am I going to get hit next? Now, the offense has been so bad that it's overshadowing the Giants' defense. I mean, Wink Martindale was being considered for head coaching jobs after last year. They have some high-priced talent on defense, so why can't they stop anybody?
I think the primary issue is that they are young, very young. They have two rookie, or at least they did have two rookie corners starting on the edges with Trey Hawkins and Tate Banks. And when you want to do a lot of complex and different things like the Giants do on defense, they bring pressures from other places. And it's not just line up and play a stead defense. They want to confuse you. But at the same time, you're doing that, you're sometimes confusing the guys and the young guys in the unit on the second level. And so you get these gash opportunities for the opposing teams, and it's just hard to recover. I think the biggest disappointment for this Giants defense is that last year they gave up some yards, but they always rallied to tackle. They made it really hard for teams to score once they got into the red zone because they were fundamentally sound. And one of the big issues so far is that they're just not tackling well. And when that happens, teams like the Miami Dolphins and the San Francisco 49ers, albeit top teams in the NFL, are just going to take a huge advantage of you and put up a lot of points, as we saw.
Yeah, Wink Martindale probably regretting that time he told the reporters, go ahead and chart missed tackles, because they've been charting a lot of them since then. But to the Jets, and Tiki, we used to have a show here on SNY called The Wheelhouse, and this question is right in your wheelhouse. You just saw Breece Hall, and back in your playing days, you routinely carried the ball 25 to 30 times a game. So after seeing Hall up close and personal, should the Jets buck the trend in the NFL right now and use Hall as a bell cow back?
100% yes. Because it takes pressure off of Zach Wilson, who's actually played a little bit better over the last couple of weeks. And I think there's optimism within the Jets organization that that's going to continue. But it helps when Breece, who is he's fast. He doesn't seem fast when you're watching him, but he is flying. He's a big-bodied running back who glides. And as soon as he gets past you, you think you're going to catch him, and he just runs away from you. 20 to 22 carries is hard to get in the NFL these days. But I talked to Nate Hackett after the game, and I said, that kid is a beast. Feed him. And he said, absolutely. So I think we're going to see that throwback, in a sense, with Breece Hall. As he's been healthy. The governor is off, as we said last week, and he is a special player. If he continues this way, he's going to be one of the top 3 to 5 backs in the NFL in the next couple of years.
Just remind Coach Hackett the next time you see him that you carried the ball 30 times a game a couple of times in your career, and you lived. You can do it. Certainly can get done.
That's right. And by the way, we want that. Like, big runs don't happen by 2 or 3 carries. It's 3 yards. It's 5 yards. It's 2 yards. It's 8 yards. It's 60. Like, that's how it happens. So more Breece.
Jet fans,
that's all I can say for the Jets.
And the Jet fans agree with you. Tiki, thanks for joining us here on Honda Sports Night.
Pleasure, Eamon.